going to move your belongings, and we're in.
We're going to slide into this game, that's for sure. Fnatic, CT side, Astralis, on what I think at this point is their best map. I think they're unstoppable in that. I think that looks so good in there. Look out for Glaive, as he'll be leading the charge here. We said the vents will be a very prevalent part of the map, but he's focusing towards the upper bomb site, and my goodness, has it worked out for them. 2 headshots as quick as you like, but JW, can he pick up the pieces? Apparently not. Flasher will get 1 frag in return, but he's got to reload at this stage, and that means the T's could fall right back due to the veil of the smoke.
Yeah, this has gone so fast. Awry.
It was a decent effort from Flash. They had a couple of kills, and they will be force buying in the second. Now, this is one of the maps where it's very difficult to make a compelling case that this is going to work out. It will take mistakes from Astralis, a rush towards ramp, something like that. Dupree, he might find himself in the face with CZ bullets.
Lovely.
He's fine.
That could not have gone better for Dupree. He doesn't have the bomb on his back. So instead, he will just be somewhat of a fly in the ointment. They've got him down there, and he can just slowly crawl around, call what he's seeing and hearing. At the moment, it's going to be Golden, the first potential target, as Smoke's outside, and a walk. Glaive and Device considering that. To contest is Crims, just a Desert Eagle, though, and he is perhaps going to be able to pull the timing out. If anyone could draw their attention, he could be getting on that red container or slipping behind all of Astralis. And actually, you know what this is? Oh, Magisk! He caught a whiff of it, but still gobbles up the bullets, and information by the boatload from Crims.
Absolutely, but remember, we already had a player down towards lower, so now Golden, he'll have to try and fend him off, but that Desert Eagle at close range, it was difficult to find the kills required. Same story with the scouts as well. So yes, a great opening frag there, but I don't think it will lead to too much. Glaive can patrol towards the ramp room at this point. It's just going to take over commitment from Astralis for the CT to even stand a chance. It should be 2-0. You're better off just saving what you have at this point. 2 CZs and Gorilla gives you a second bite of the cherry going forward, but yeah, definitely can't go for it. And that's what we were talking about going into this one. Astralis, they love that lower bomb site. They just know how powerful it is. Even in a 4 versus 2, you got Kriegs and that bomb down, you're likely going to win it. It's kind of insane.
It was an interesting route they took as well in order to do that. By getting Dupree down the vents early, they could not only just count on him, his presence down decon when they needed it, but they just went outside. You know, like they didn't have to do anything with it.
It opens up the map so much. Yeah. Anywhere you've thought of stacking or trying to have a stronger defense, say outside of ramp, for example, as soon as Dupree's down towards lower, one of those players has to peel away.
He'll take over the wells. CZ's, I think that's part of the cheeky scout there as well. So JW spent
all his money going into this one. He really better hit some shots.
Interesting.
I'm not sure why he would do that, to be honest with you. He's hoping that Galil can do some serious damage.
Let's see what you've got for us. It's going to be Dupree doing rinse and repeat. This time, however, he does take a bit more damage, and that's the CZ bullets you were hoping on. Number 4, down to 50.
You can't trade that kill. So I always try to avoid ramp room. He sort of rounds that.
Obviously, sometimes you can't avoid those shots. That was excellent from Golden, and Broland to deny the plant as well. Great stuff. And Golden to close things out with the Desert Eagle. Very strong round. One you didn't expect them to win. The scout pays dividends.
It really worked out wonderfully. Let's see if Fnatic can maintain some of this control they've managed to take away from Astralis. AWP in the hands of JW this round, and some sacrifices made for the AWPer of the Danes. Device just with the Deagle. And some early hut control actually gifted to Brolin. Mac 10 couldn't really be much of a better weapon for the job, other than, of course, the shotguns. And helmets all present as well, which makes Brolin's job with this SMG all the more difficult. Astralis smoke's going to start to fly. Different lineups to what we're used to seeing, interestingly enough, so let's see how they land eventually. We'll check in with them. And Brolin's investigations, with 1 HP. Yeah, he'll be caught scarpering. Magisk finds the opening frag.
They can slow things right down now. Waiting for the utility to come and return, and JW's actually on the bomb site floor with the AWP. Won't see it there too often. And it leads to an frag. Only one survives on the Fnatic side, and you can see it's a Galil with an MP9 to go in tow.
Flusher forced to rebuy the full M4, the Kevlar that he was previously trying to save. Those are the sacrifices Henry's already highlighted in eyes with Zipex as he's looking to do some fast moves, smooth moves perhaps, already actually dropping down. Wow, this is going to be so quick. He has been spotted though, but still, that's going to keep the CTs busy as they've already snuck out of Squeaky as well. Flusher does catch Magisk, who was lingering alongside Zipex, but despite no element of surprise, he's already got 1.
Nice work from Flusher there. That was scrappy. It looked like Astralis had the positional control, but now it's a 4 versus 3. Fnatic holding on. They know that something's afoot here. Tees might have crawled out of the squeaky door. They'd be absolutely right. Brodan plays a very defensive position, but JW to save the day here. The AWP striking. Still the advantage lies with Fnatic here, but Brodan's position looks like he might save the day.
Yeah, he has a perfect angle on both of them if he wants it. And instead, just going to catch the arm, grazes Device down to 20. And Glaive actually has managed to drop. That's the bomb on his back. Device in support. They do get that lower sight. Henry, let's see if Astralis can prove your theory right. They're battered, they're bruised, but the bomb's down.
The AWP goes down first because it can quick scope and get the fast kill, but it doesn't seem to matter. It's Device who's done it again. You give them that lower bomb site, Alex, they're going to win the round. The AWP is just ready and waiting. That's why the AWP drops first, and that's why Device is holding it as well, because you want the one-shot quick kill. You don't have to spray, you don't want to shoot in the chest or anything like that. So it was the right idea from Fnatic there, but it's left Golden in a very difficult situation. He has got the kit this time, but no smoke. HE might be enough, I suppose. Device will have to open the door eventually, and he'll still hit the shot. That's such a sick round from him.
This is the first with 19 HP. He's ready and waiting for the second.
So sick. Yeah, well played to him. He didn't panic as well. That could have been a full defuse for all he knew, but waited for Golden to make the next move. Doors open. There he is. 4 kills in the round. We said the AWPs wouldn't have massive amount of impact or Device. Certainly proving me wrong.
That's all 4 of his frags in 1 round.
Yeah,
he's online now.
So, not really even a pass for JW. He's spent a lot of his. Can we bring the money up a second? How much cash has he expended into Swat? He's gone all in again, Alex.
Interesting.
That's a weird one. He's gone for Nova and Armor. So, like, it means he'll be fine. He'll use an SMG or a shotgun again going to the next round, but still, you'd think considering their current situation, might want to hold on to the schmeckles a bit more.
Yeah.
But Nova, to save the day. $900 a kill for that weapon, but you don't really see it too often on any map, to be honest.
And he's opted for the secret corner, hoping to be able to be a spanner in the works for the... Oh, he's even like pre-aiming it. Gosh, he's going to clear that for sure.
Knows something is up, doesn't he? Has he got a Molotov right now? Glaive doesn't. So he would have to face check that. You don't want to do that alone.
That's going to hurt. Shrapnel down the gullet.
Nova's not as reliable as you'd think.
Oh, he's got the info as well. JW, the force buy is met with 0 profit. And now Device has actually managed to do even more. Just 2 remain now. Golden and Crims make it just Golden with his unarmored Deagle in order to try and fend off the 5th. It's not going to be likely, if not possible. You can hear all of the steps above him, and there's nothing you can do. Just perhaps taking this extra couple of seconds just to get everyone grounded and discussing what's happening in the next.
Nova's found at least.
Oh, thank goodness.
Going to be valuable asset going forward, I suppose.
Skin check.
He's got the Deagle and the shotgun. It could be something, but it doesn't look like he'll survive either way. Just trying to get 1 kill if possible. Device doing his best to offer it up to him, and it will be Mages first. A little bit sloppy there for Astralis. Definitely don't need to find that kill, but should have suggested so many times we keep going down lower. We haven't really used outside at all here. We have Glaive going out there. We go ramp sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised after Fnatic calling the tactical timeout. He just calls something absurd now. He just goes with something completely against the grain we haven't seen so far, just knowing they're going to be changing things up to adapt to what they've presented so far.
That is one of the many facets of the Astralis machine.
Yeah. That's what makes him such a terrifying in-game leader. There's not many that can frag at his level as well. So an upper execution, it's going to be the core here. Smokes and flashes exchange, but Glaive, he'll get them the first frag of the round here, but still struggling to get out the key choke point of Huts.
Yeah, it was Brolan to find that first frag that really did slow them down. Dupree, the entry fragger, this time had his body bag zipped up. Golden, again, so reliable on ramp room with the support now of the Scout, and actually both of them are wounded. It will be Device to shut down Brolan, but not before he got caught Glaive. And so Device, he's done a lot with a low HP.
You can see it.
He was not expecting
anticipation that was coming through, but still, luckily for him, Device with the knife drawn is taken down, but the money's still a bit of an issue on the CT side. A Scout for Golden. JW back on the AWP for match for Brolan. Good grenade, should do reasonable damage. I say reasonable, barely there. About 10 to even play out their Device and Glaive.
Makes the M4's headshots a little more deadly.
A little bit, yes. We'll see now what the play is. That's normally Glaive outside, and he'll stay true to that. JW investigating towards the silo position. Device fumbling the jump somewhat. He's saying, you know what?
I wanted to smoke anyway.
Just do a smoke.
I wanted to throw a smoke anyway, it's fine.
So these are the smokes we were talking about at the beginning of the game. This is pretty standard stuff in terms of outside smokes, but it's slightly deeper than the usual variation. It allows you to gain access towards garage as well. And, oh my goodness, Device, I don't know how he's still alive there. Nothing but his head was showing, but still,
Jesus.
He fires off shots, stays alive, and they know exactly where the AWP is. Glaive encroaching on his position.
That's the perfect use of the smoke. Look at what Glaive has been able to achieve. He's already behind the CT who's playing outside. Look at Flusher, completely none the wiser. He's even trying to help them inside because there's nothing outside. I did air quotes. I realized that didn't quite work. Device, however, will draw the attention of Flusher, and now he can reveal the trick. It's Glaive, powerful smokes, and a backstab to bring him even further in the lead.
And it's all about getting that garage control. That's why those smokes are so much more valuable, I think, compared to the traditional ones. So it means it gives you a lot more point of access, takes away the same vision, and now you're just waiting for reactions from the CTs, and that's getting absolutely mauled at this point. The AWP, you don't want it in that position, and it will be divided to take down Zipex, no less.
Thanks, man.
Don't know how he actually gets away with that one, but he will. It should be around 4. Astralis still no problem, but somehow Device took down his teammate. Obviously, the information is opposition would be towards Squeaky Door as well. He saw a pixel, took the shot. We'll have no knock-on effect here, apart from maybe JW saving the AWP.
Yeah, I love that, though. Astralis outdoor control. Between the two of them, they managed to make it. Yeah.
Just about Glaive. It's just about Glaive.
You got a poster in your room, you wake up?
I actually might do, you know. Yeah.
Where are the Astralis posters,
I'm
man?
turning that much into a fanboy. He's a Source player as well, so that's why, like, he's a full package to me.
Course,
the perfect man.
Yeah, he is your dream boat. Not only an in-game leader.
I remember when I first started commentating, he was the one like fanboying me.
Was he really?
Like, oh god, so cool, comes out the Counter-Strike. I was such a fan of video player. Now I'm just the one that's in awe of what he did.
Or if you have just joined us, is 6-2. Astralis on their T side of Nuke, no less. This was Fnatic's map pick. Now that raised a whole lot of eyebrows on the analyst desk. On fleek, by the way, don't worry. I mean, I'm going to be seeing the early nade and smoke combination. JW taking an alternative angle. This time, it's profitable.
Yeah, it's a brave map of Fnatic to bring out here. The fact you got Vertigo as the kicker as well. Like, these are the maps. Astralis are extremely good on.
JW's buys have been so peculiar.
Yeah.
So he dropped the scout in the previous round to Golden, picked up an AWP. He's got his second AWP here now, which he now does already find one with some aggressive AWPing. Crim's playing the waiting game in somewhat of an off angle, actually catches Glaive. And this round is getting turned on its head. It's going to get very awkward for the 3 remaining Danes, especially as they're all gathered. Smoke will arrive, but actually Dupree, despite the flashbang, does find Brolin. Crim's spray is rewarded as well, and the fights keep coming. This time, they're being presented to Astralis. They're expecting one towards heaven, and that has arrived in the form of Golden. Only a scout, though, and the low HP player, he can't quite connect. They're both up top site, and Golden's fallen now. 2 versus 4, Henry, thrown into level odds.
That was a little scary for Golden there. If he hits one of those shots, the round's done. They can still win this. I'd say they still have the advantage of sorts, but now Astralis bomb planted. They know there's unlikely chances they have kits on the CT side, and now it's a 2 versus 1. They know Crims is up here as well by the looks of things. He's low HP, another 4 on 2. It's Major. Happen.
Yeah, and of course, you know, hindsight's 2020. We know that that's Device with the low HP, and you just take an extra second to stabilize your aim, but he's just in that quick scopey, scouty mindset. Wanted to make sure he gets as many shots down range as possible. So you can see the setup. JW going to be playing in main with Flusher holding his back push, which is exactly actually where Astralis are sneaking.
So these are the more common smokes this time. These are the terrorist side smokes, and Flusher is in a strong position to get a couple of kills with a spray. That'll cost him his life. He gets a clean kill there. He might have had a chance to reset, but unfortunately still, Glaive to open things up, and Flusher will be taken down in response as well. Another 4 versus 3. Did he kill his teammate from main entrance? Is that one?
No, they got him. They got him. So that's 2 Astralis frags, 1 for Glaive and 1 for Dupree, and a third now found by Device. Looks like this round is off to a flying start, round 10. And Brolin and Crims, yeah, I mean, already completely disconnected from this round as 2 members of Astralis already find themselves towards the lower site. And it seems like Crims has got a good idea that Zipnix was lingering, but with the bomb going down and Krieg upgraded, I'm still uncertain as to what they do with this. Catches another. Dupree going for a walk, and they are already choosing to save. Not really interested in going down to that lower site.
Again,
yeah.
Down lower. Once that's happened, you can see the CTs are like, well, it's a good try. Got a few kills. Got some exit frags as consolation prizes, I suppose, but it's going to be 8-2. They've won the half at this point, and it hasn't really been closely contested, to be honest with you. How
interesting. I mean, the mindset from Fnatic must have been a combination of their results on Nuke, Astralis' results on Nuke, and an understanding of like watching Astralis' Nuke and feeling like you had an understanding of how it operated. Now.
Actually, he lets his teammate go down first, and then only gets 1 kill in response. So, if anything, just hung his teammates out to dry, unfortunately. So here we go then.
I mean, JW is putting a lot of faith into his team.
Oh no, absolutely.
Right?
He was arguably out of position, but here we go, changing the pace. As we said, Astralis is so good at going towards upper now, and instead of jumping down the vents, is focusing fully towards this upper side. The smokes are down, the kills have been found. Round over. You don't need me to break that one down for you guys. That was just as textbook as you like. Good smokes down. Nade out the door, hit your shots, get the bomb planted, round, and job done.
I think that's about 18 seconds into the round, it's over. That is fast. And terrifying. I mean, it takes balls. It really does.
Sounds over to the upper bracket. Themselves locked in the day after the Faceit Finals.
Yeah, it's to end of 2019, and we're seeing Liquid and Astralis in the form they're in. That's exciting for what the playoffs could hold for ECS Season 8 Finals. There is no doubt in my mind that both of these teams finding form is promising, and so is that for Astralis. Another opening frag, this time courtesy of Device. Door blows open, and a sitting duck in the form of Crims.
Yeah, opening kills.
Plural now. Time to pluralize.
And there's JW pulling one back. Smoke's not ideal in that position either, but they know exactly where he is now. I dare say they'll just hightail it towards the upper site. Flusher might find himself in a precarious spot here. He's going to have to do great work with the AUG, which he can't do really. Scope would have been ideal there. Didn't have the time really to pull it out. Glaive would have taken care of him either way. And now Device looking towards Squeaky Door. Doesn't get much easier that in terms of kills. Brolan just walks past the Squeaky Door and down he goes.
Yeah, caught by the patience of Device, and now the flank from JW. They are heading towards the top site, so he's got a chance perhaps to catch one or two. That's the first.
You delivered. It's a round that's given away. They're running around like a hat on the back, which they did to be fair.
But at this point, Device, he couldn't do much about that. The wallbang to come through, but the awareness to go through the flames, drop down those vents, be ready and waiting for them, bring it into a 1 versus 1 was just an absolute masterclass of CS. But the problem is, that's only their third round on the board. Had this been a close game, that would be monumental. But still, it seems to be lighting the fire beneath Brolan. He's got the first frag here, down at 34 points of health. Magisk, he'll be the first one to be removed. Wow.
I'm still catching my breath. Unbelievable round from Jesper Vexel. Smoke's going to start landing. This is the Astralis default smokes wall. You'll be able to see that that does enable Glaive to take additional control and even push through that smoke into warehouse should they fancy it and feel it. But look how much freedom this gives them. What a love. They can just crouch, not have to be too worried about heaven, peek over in between the two. It's a powerful combination, and now they descend. 4 members of Astralis, all that remains for the Danes, now heading towards the lower site. And just procedurally and quietly, worth mentioning, going to be starting to take some control. They are not they're keeping this one a secret. I think likely some utility. You can see Glaive was flirting with the idea, but instead they stay quiet.
They've done good work so far. You can see Brolan with a push towards the lobby, confirms that that area is clear elite and needs to get ready for lower. JW's towards ramp with the sniper.
Who's playing lower right now?
I'm not sure.
There's no one
anyone
there.
is. So they're going to have to do a full retake here. We've always said that 4-on-2s, even with the bomb down, is difficult to hold. But JW, he's now working it out. He's going to be smoking himself out of position to make sure he can't be isolated from the team. This is looking much better now. It's Golden who's down there with him, and still they will hold on. 3 versus... And deny the plan there, more importantly.
Yeah, lovely, lovely stuff. And actually, for the first time in this game, Astralis, they're going to have to slow down a second, take a moment, take an eco, or a deco, I suppose, as you see. That's $700 sidearm being the choice weapon for this task. Just expose himself, but gets a little bit more information as well for that, and so the bodies will start to be lined up.
Absolutely. And what will be the call from
Glaive? We'll see how, whether or not they'll be mixing up the pace again. Some of their top site takes were happening within the first 10 seconds of play. Of course, this time against the full buy, much more unlikely. We will see the nade exchange early. It's actually a double flash from Glaive, which does suggest or imply there's something coming fast, and this time it's actually towards Golden. You can see he has all of his fundamentals nailed down. If contact is found, Molly and Paul. Look how quick they're just holding.
Though I have to say, this is actually the pick of Astralis here. So you would expect them to pick it up, but it's Inferno next is the problem I have right now. Vertigo to close things out as well. It just seems like I just don't see a world where Fnatic can win this series.
Not if it goes to Vertigo.
Yeah, right. I feel like they can win a map. But it would have to be this one in my book. We'll see what can be done. We'll see Device.
They're like, well, I guess there's a second. It used to be, of course, they're maps
of choice. It does seem like they are fallible in some of our analysts' eyes on these maps. Sean Gare's talking, of course, about that, suggesting that he believes that they can lose now on Nuke and in fact.
Well,
there they go.
Clock rush. Let's do it, boys. Get stuck in, make it a quick one. Didn't want to play that round anyway.
If you don't make it work, it can actually just fall apart. The end goal in the end, you just get 79 points.
You're low HP instead. Just mows you all down.
It's never a good feeling. You're all just sitting there looking at the floor like, hi.
I think I've only seen that one successfully happen when they all just jumped in the flames and actually they got 5 kills from it. But either way, we'll see the first buy come through on the Fnatic side. AKs are out. And you can see we don't have Kriegs across the board now because money is a little bit tighter. Krieg costing a bit more.
I would agree with you if it wasn't Fnatic. Unfortunately, we've got the most stubborn Swedes in existence here. Yeah. Those guys are not leaving the Kalashnikov. They would hold that all the way through. Even if the Krieg was free, I reckon Clasher would still be buying it.
He'd still be buying shotguns.
Yeah, that's true. Nice shots, Device. Taking the frag, and actually that HE looks so juicy. Unfortunately for him, only a little tickle towards Golden, but making sure he gets his utility out. He is having that gap closed in on, but he'll just go ahead and close that.
One, and we'll see the AWP for Device here. So we knew money would be a little bit tight, so makes sense. Bring up the AWP, see if we can keep it at range towards outside. That'll be round number 19 coming through.
I'm interested to know how much Fnatic can close this gap now. I mean, this is their chance. This is their moment. They know if you win this round, start to break that Astralis. Glade's just playing, using that smoke perfectly as a little wall to play around, but it doesn't stop Roland. Caught out, but he did have the better arsenal, and now working with just 25 points of health for the remainder. Tight line. See many AWPers take that one. Can catch the cross in towards main. There's now some late outside smoke's going to be arriving.
Yeah, all the advantages you could ask for on the Fnatic side. Device.
God, that is a ridiculous long line.
Yeah, well, that's been removed at this point. He has to keep the range long at this point. He's got no armor. Any grenades, any bullets in his general direction will take him down. He knows it. So just sending one player towards the secret position. That suggests to go towards ramp and try and split towards lower. Now, the problem is you normally have ZipX holding the ramp room. Now, he doesn't give up too easily.
Oh, look at that line.
That's a good position as well.
He wants to get them support as well. Device has arrived, and so do they in the kill feed. One each, a second for Device. He gets greedy. Steals another. Crims was his second helping. Now JW looking to spoil this ramp hold. ZipX is going to make a bit of a play, brings him down to 72. Device looking to come back to support, but the bomb is right once again in Astralis' grasp. Twice we've seen Fnatic try this play, and twice they've lost that bomb in ramp room.
I like that from Dupree as well. He doesn't go for the backstab play here. He knows there's another player they have no information on. I was about to say it's a godlike position. Had he got himself in the corner, it would have been. But instead, he goes right in front of the hole, and they've got 10 seconds remaining, but the bomb, it's not recovered. There's no chance of winning this round now. It's ZipX, like I said, a committed position towards ramp, but that's not an angle you pre-bar at all. You've got so many moving pieces towards that spot. Hit the order to back him up as well.
Begging for some sort of support. And we're into what looks like a bit of a Fnatic late call. You can see that Crimson Flusher was still at spawn picking up their utility to round it all out. Crunching the numbers, and actually a very aggressive spray does tag Blade down to 29, and Device, he wants to go for some close quarters AWPing. JW about to get a taste of his own medicine. Instead it's Crims. A quick flick, pulling the pin, and an early first blood. It's extended as well by Astralis. They are not slowing down. It will be Brolin to give some sort of respite, but only for a moment. He's gone too.
Yeah, it's up to JW once again. He'll be joined by Flasher this time. It is a 4-3 versus 2 as the headshot comes through. A little bit too aggressive there from the CT side, but still everything under control for now. Over a minute on the clock. Desert Eagle only for Flasher here, but he is deadly with the weapon. A chance, but unfortunately the range a little bit too far there. It's going to be JW just to 33 points of health. Money will be absolutely ravished after this round. It's a great performance once again. Gets the hell out of there. Well played.
He did. I mean, he's such a nuisance to play against, I'm sure. It must be so irritating because he's doing everything right, and often won't make the low percentage play, is one way to describe it. JW quite the opposite of that, and he's one to always change the meta. The JW meta is a different one, as the frags do start coming in again. Does look like the CT side are picking up pace. At least the bomb goes down, though. That is going to be something for Flusher to be celebrating about. Unfortunately, Those party poppers might be pulled out of his hands early because Zipex is already on the hunt. He has a kit, a smoke, likely going to be looking to take Flusher out this one and just tickle that diffuse.
I love that from Zipex especially. He's got all the utility he could ever ask for, but elite players, they know in those scenarios that's when you get caught out. That's when there's a chance of a mistake happening there. So he makes sure he just keeps the rifle in hand, holds onto the utility, gets that all-important kill. Sure, the bomb's down, but all JW can do at this point as well. Throw a grenade at the defuser, that's about it. Getting a little bit close for comfort there, but it's still 4 players alive. Bomb defuse, it's going to be the round in their favor as we find ourselves at 15-2. Convincing victory this should be. Haven't got there yet. Never like to overstep the mark, but either way we get into the next round here. Could be the final one considering it's 2 Galils, 3 AKs and no utility on Crims. Flusher, there's 1 Molotov for Brodown, that's about it. Fast outside play and the smokes aren't even there, but the flashbang is. Oh, can you even cross at this point?
I mean, it's Device and Magisk both going to be looking towards the outside cross.
They've dumped everything they had towards outside. They're like, we kind of have to use this, boys, but now those smokes are dissipated. Ooh. You've got outside control to a degree, but it's not really that useful unless you get towards main entrance or secret. Looks like they're choosing the former.
He got the info. That's something. Bonnet knows there's an AWP on the line. And now they can take that fight. Dupree, though, holding fast and holding